Now, whether or not the economy is showing any signs of recovery, one commodity that's glittering in the true sense is gold. It's been on a continuous upswing journey, but what's interesting is the branded jewellery segment. This segment is taking away all the limelight and seems unaffected by the escalating gold prices. In fact, the sector has witnessed a speedy growth as consumers continue to invest in branded jewellery. So the question we're asking is, why are consumers not shying away from paying the extra premium that this segment of branded jewellery commands? What are the trigger factors for consumers to continue to buy? Khushbu Patodia with that report.
Call it the symbol of purity, prosperity or good fortune. Call it a future securing strategy or simply call it luxury. Indians have reasons galore to invest in one of the most precious of metals, gold. One sector that only strengthens this belief is branded jewellery, which has seen a speedy growth and a surge in demand in spite of the consistent increase in gold prices.
Branded players have brought about the biggest change in terms of organizing the industry. And in some ways, I think the rise of gold prices has been a positive factor in those aspects. If you really look at it, exquisite, intricate craftsmanship, which would have been rather expensive proposition as a percentage of value addition, is something which is probably a little more affordable given the way that cost of raw material has gone in. So in some ways, making gold accessible by experimenting with the products, innovation.
One reason they're buying branded jewellery is because they feel safe with hallmark jewellery vis-a-vis non-branded jewellery. Secondly, they feel that this is not a pure consumption play. This is also a consumption and an asset investment or a diversification play.
A quick look at the average price of gold in the last 3 years shows a 31% increase from 2010 to 2011. Currently, gold is trading anywhere between 28,500 to 29,000 rupees per 10 grams, and according to experts is poised to touch the 35,000 mark by end of 2012. Interestingly, even with such high volatility in price and a weakening rupee, India remains the largest gold market in the world. In the midst of a 10,000 billion rupees jewellery market, branded jewellery accounts for close to 7% of the market. That's double its contribution 2 years ago. And the sector has seen a 45% growth in the last 3 years, which has led to the expansion of big players like Gitanjali, Tanishq and TBZ beyond metros and Tier 1 cities.
With advertising, promotion, reach and also the consumers' change in mindset, where the consumers in this Tier 2, Tier 3 cities are also saying, why can't we get the latest, why can't we get the best? In that context, we are seeing with the new franchisees coming up in these smaller towns that the demand for branded jewellery remains pretty robust.
Add to that the emerging young consumers who are set to become the next generation of gold buyers. With a rise in disposable incomes, this new wave of consumers are increasingly becoming aesthetically conscious and showing early signs of purchasing gold for future savings. That clearly sidelines the traditional jeweler who comes with his limitations of being able to offer innovative and trendy designs, one of the major factors that appeal to the young consumer. Recognizing this as an opportunity, branded jewelers have introduced newer categories that are more youth-oriented, like Amore by Gitanjali and Mia by Tanishq. To combat the current surge in gold prices, brands have also adopted strategies like grammage reduction, which means they are now making lightweight pieces without adding the weight of the gold. And guess what? Consumers aren't complaining.
The mindset has been that, earlier days, the old time people used a word like tola and all that, that's the weight equivalent or grams of gold. But today what is happening is consumers, when they budget for gold, they budget the amount of rupees. So it's more to do with how much money can you dispose or want to spend in that category, and therefore one is seeing clearly a drop in the volume per capita, but the point is the value is much higher. So they have actually spent, typically speaking, more money than they did last year. But like you correctly said, they got a little less weight in terms of gold, in terms of weight.
Yet another smart step towards giving the Indian consumer a chance to trust in them jewellery brands have introduced various gold saving schemes, which has helped in the growth of the investment demand.
What we've also launched recently is a gold accumulation plan, a gold savings plan. So every month you put in a certain rupee, buy gold, and that gets accumulated. End of the period, you can convert that into gold jewellery, diamond jewellery, gold bars, and take it back.
These plans serve two purposes other than creating consumer loyalty across generations, across regions, but they also create a certain amount of a double brand awareness, if you call it, if you will, whereby you're aware of a plan, you're aware of a brand.
India already formulates 80% of the world's jewellery market and is poised to grow further, with Indian jewellers looking to go overseas. And as the gold prices continue to touch new highs, experts are of the view that consumers will continue to invest in branded jewellery. While there might be a slight decrease in grammage buying and personal consumption, what will remain steady is investment buying. As far as the branded jewelers are concerned, what they will need to look at more closely is managing the gold price and currency risk. And those that do it well will emerge as the winners in the times to come.